So for those who don't know, I am not a fan of the NASCAR playoffs, especially the current version of it. I wouldn't say I hated the 2004 to 2013 version because it was at least a good balance of legitimacy and entertainment. Now it's just over the top with this knockout style format and one race determining a champion. NASCAR has made the playoffs worse by going to this. People will probably say though, well, they can't make it any worse than what it is now, right? No, they can. They can. Which got me thinking, how can NASCAR make the playoffs worse? In today's video, I'm going to be listing 5 ways to make the playoffs worse, and I hope that Steve O'Donnell or any other higher up from NASCAR isn't watching this video. Number 1, the regular season champ being automatically locked into the Final Four. People was actually throwing this idea out there after Kevin Harvick missed the Final Four in 2020. This is a terrible idea. Think about it. The regular season champ performance the next 9 weeks don't mean shit. So that means the regular season champ could finish 40th for 9 straight weeks, show up to the finale and possibly win the title, while everyone else in the playoffs are grinding during those 9 weeks trying to make the Final Four. No. Once again, this is not a good idea. I don't care how great of a season the regular season champ had the first 26 races. That driver shouldn't be guaranteed into the Final Four just like that. That driver could stay home for 9 weeks, but I'm pretty sure NASCAR will come up with some rules saying that you have to participate in every race in the playoffs, because if you don't, you lose your spot in the Final Four. This whole idea is bad, and I hope that I don't keep hearing this idea get thrown around. Number 2, literally the championship for racing in the finale. Straight out of Cars the movie, this will once again prove that NASCAR is trying so hard to be like stick and ball sports, eliminating the other 36 drivers and only having championship eligible drivers race. This will be an absolute train wreck. To be honest, it kind of feels like that now when you're watching the finale. NBC will act like that none of the other drivers exist and focus on the championship 4 only. It's frustrating as hell, and literally, having 4 cars on track will be even more frustrating. Number 3, expanded the playoff field again. NASCAR has already done this twice. 2007 when they expanded the playoff field to 12 drivers, and then again in 2014 when they expanded it to 16 drivers. So what are they gonna do? Expand it to 20 drivers? If so, that's half of the field being eligible to run for the championship. There's only about 25 competitive cars that compete every week in the Cup Series. So basically, if they were to expand the playoff field to 20 cars, you got 20 out of the 25 competitive cars making the playoffs, which would just be stupid. If NASCAR wants to keep the playoffs, in my opinion, only 10 drivers should make it. I feel like that was perfect. Number 4, having the Superspeedway be the championship finale. So yeah, this would be a bad idea no matter what format NASCAR has in place. Even a season-long championship format in place, I still wouldn't want a Superspeedway race to be the finale. No. My older brother told me time and time again he wouldn't mind this, and I would just tell him that it sounds so ridiculous. It's way too over the top. Having Daytona be the final race before the playoffs is fine. Cool, I actually don't mind it. But just imagine a Superspeedway race determining the champion. The possibility of the championship 4 being taken out in a wreck would be insanely high. It can happen anywhere, but at Daytona and Talladega, it's a good chance it will happen. Yeah, let's have the championship race be at a track where something could happen that's out of your control. No. This better not happen for real, but knowing how NASCAR is, they'll probably implement it for real. Number 5, eliminating playoff points. Now, when NASCAR went to the knockout style playoff format in 2014, it was no such thing as playoff points, which made the playoffs a complete crapshoot. And trust me, it still is a crapshoot, but between the years of 2014 to 2016, what you did throughout a season didn't matter unless you won a race which got you into the playoffs. Every round throughout the playoffs will put everyone on equal footing, which was stupid. Even though I think the current format is ass, I give NASCAR credit for at least adding a sprinkle of legitimacy by having playoff points. So kudos to NASCAR for that, but hopefully NASCAR never reverts back to that again. So that's it. If NASCAR wants to make the playoffs worse, there's 5 ways to do it. But that's gonna be it for me. I want to hear from you guys now. What do you guys think of this video? And what are some ways that you think that NASCAR can make the playoffs worse? I would definitely love to hear the suggestions. And do you think that any of these that I listed off would be implemented in real life? Let me know in the comments. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. I'm going to go ahead and roll up out of here. Y'all have a good one. Peace.